Hi there, my name's Kaz, I'm 26 years old, and this year I'm really excited to be part of the street team for the London Freeze Festival. So after our first meeting last night, I just thought it would be a really good idea to kind of put together a bit of a video blog. So showing you our progress along the way, what we've been up to, what's coming up, and things that maybe you can get involved in. I'm really excited to be part of this year because the London Freeze Festival means a lot to me. It's everything that encompasses what I like to do: snowboarding, music, festivals, and just like a whole community atmosphere in London. The London Freeze Festival attracts riders from absolutely everywhere around the world just because like they can get points on the FIS system and they can compete in the big air jump. And then you get the best bands from around the world coming along, and like the biggest names in music at the moment just coming down to perform. Then you got this like retail that just makes your mouth water. There's all these shops selling your snowboards and next year's kit. It's like just the ultimate party for the start of winter season, all in front of the backdrop of Battersea Power Station, and it's just so exciting. I've been for the past 2 years since it started, and there's so much been going on, and each year they're just like stepping it up. And after the meeting last night as well, I found out so much is going on, and I know that everyone will really enjoy it this year. I have some absolutely epic memories of the London Freeze Festival. I remember the first year I went and Cypress Hill were playing, and I just never ever believed I could see Cypress Hill, let alone being right at the front barrier with like the metal under my ribcage and like thousands of people just behind me just screaming and shouting and singing along. It was just like an amazing all-round experience. And then last year there was Duke in the Desperados tent, and I've never actually seen a tent just like pump, pump, pump before, and just everyone was just dancing and absolutely loving it. And the first year as well, I managed to get right at the very top of the big air jump. And before I went up there, I was looking at the bottom thinking, it's not actually that bad, surely it's not that bad. And I got to the very top, and it was just so steep, so long, and you're just looking down across the whole of London. And how the riders do it, I just couldn't believe it. I absolutely couldn't believe it. But what they pull off on the jump as well is just even more awe-inspiring, just for the entire crowds, just to really, really enjoy it. But what you see is like that brotherly love between all the riders. It just kind of makes it really, really special. As for myself, I've been riding for about 8 years now, and I am nowhere near as good as I should be, but I absolutely love it. This year I managed to be in New Zealand, Japan, Norway and Austria, and I love snowboarding more than absolutely everything. So to be involved in a lot of snowboarding events, it just makes like it such a better experience for me to like give back something to the community, because you know the snow sports community in England isn't like that big. So it's really good to see your friends along the way and meet new friends along the way, and that's why I really like getting involved in things. Last year I was involved in a few snow sports events, and I hope what I say might encourage a few people to kind of get involved as well. I know there are lots of ups and downs to it, and there was a moment that I was like clawing up this iced up mountain with my massive flag on my back for sponsors, and I just couldn't get it up there. But it was 5 a.m, pitch dark. There was like snow, wind, rain, everything just pelting at me in the pitch darkness. I was just climbing up there and I was thinking, what am I actually doing? But then you look a couple of hours later and you see that flag that you managed to somehow put into that ground, and you see it on TV and you actually think, actually I did that. And if the sponsors weren't there, those flags wouldn't be there, and if the sponsors wouldn't be there, then the event wouldn't be there, so the riders wouldn't be there, that whole community wouldn't be there, and so it just makes it feel, you know, quite special for doing it. You know, you're not doing everything, but you're just doing your bit, and that's what I really enjoy. Having volunteered in a few things, like you just find yourself in really, really surreal situations. Like you sign up thinking you're going to be taking tickets or something, and suddenly you're just like whipped into doing something completely different from like. I've led a parade of 200 drummers through the streets of Queenstown before with a tambourine. I've taken rider scores, so that I've got the scores directly from the judges over the radio and have to write them on the board so the riders can see what they've got. And by doing that, you're just like, you're actually part of this whole event, and I've really, really enjoyed that. I think the most surreal one that I got involved in has to be working on the halfpipe crew for a World Cup competition. And I thought I'd be taking tickets, making sure that people didn't cross barriers and things. But somehow I ended up at the top of this half-pipe on my snowboard, just looking down. There were like thousands of spectators everywhere. There was like Shaun White at the top. There was like TV crews for like around the world standing there. And I'm just sitting there going, what am I going to do? I'm going to fall. And I was absolutely really petrified. But then I put some music on and I started going. And I was thinking, oh, this is actually amazing fun. And just like dancing all the way down. I really, really, really enjoyed it. And it's like kind of moments like that you think, yeah, I'm really got involved with this, and it's like really exciting to think about that. So if you see me or any of the other street team crew in town, or we're going to be in the streets of London, and I'm going to be posting a few more blogs from the streets. So if you see any of us, come up and say hi, because that's what we're there for. We really want to speak to you, find out what's going on, and what you want to see us doing. So hopefully see you at Freeze, if not along the way. Bye now.